These are my group Iron Man accounts. That's right, both of them. One account is a combat-only pure, otherwise known as an 807, and the other one is a level 3 skiller. In the last episode, we unlocked the graceful outfit on the skiller, which is going to be super helpful for getting around the game. And we unlocked some cool combat upgrades on the 807, mainly the rune crossbow from the Crazy Archaeologist and the mixed hide armor set. In this episode, as you can clearly tell by the title and thumbnail, we're going to be using that gear to go for the fire cape. This is going to be our best in slot melee cape for essentially the whole length of this account, and I think it would be cool to go for it right now because I'm only in the low 80s for my combat, and I've never gone for a fire cape on an account this low level before. In between episodes, I did a bit of forestry, which is incredibly boring content, so rather than showing it, I'll just tell you that I got to almost level 50 woodcutting. Also, on the 807, I recently hit 500 total level, so we just unlocked Soul Wars. This is going to be nice for me because the Spoils of War give very good rewards, but what I'm mainly interested in is either the Adamant or Runite bolt drops for our rune crossbow. So we're going to start this video off with a bit of Soul Wars. But first, have you ever wanted to learn how to code but don't know where to begin? Or maybe you've tried learning in school or by watching YouTube videos, but it's just so boring that you never ended up sticking to it. Well, today's sponsor, Boot.dev, sought out to make a more fun and interactive way to learn how to program by making it feel more like an RPG. You can get XP, level ups, and complete quests by learning how to code, which is awesome because we all know how good it feels to see numbers get bigger. With Boot.dev, you'll learn back-end development from start to finish in the Python and Go programming languages. And the goal is designed to get you to write a ton of code, because the best way to learn is by actually getting your hands on the keyboard and practicing your coding. This is a really cool way to get started learning back-end development. And if you stick with it and start a career in that field, programmers have amazing earning potential, the median salary for back-end developers being over $100,000 in 2023. And not to mention, a lot of the times you can work remotely or from home, which gives you more time to AFK RuneScape on the side. So if this sounds like something you would be interested in, definitely click the link in the description and use code xRakine to get 25% off your first payment for Boot.dev. That's 25% off your first month or your first year, depending on the subscription you choose. Thanks again to Boot.dev for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back into it. Alright, there's not really much to show, but I did do 2 games of Soul Wars, and I have 67 Zeal tokens, which is enough for 2 Spoils of War. I don't need to get like a bunch of Zeal stacked up, I just need enough to where I can hopefully get a Adamant or a Rune Bolt drop. Yeah, it's enough for 2 of these. So let's see if we get the bolts we need. Nothing from that one. Oh, we got 306 Adamant bolts from here. That's really good, but is it enough is the question. All right, we finished up another game of Soul Wars, so I can buy myself 1 more crate. Hopefully we can get 1 more ammo drop. And the loot is garbage is what it is. Here we go, 1 more Spoil of War being bought. No more bolts. I'm thinking that if we just use these Adamant bolts for only like the Majors and Jad in the fight caves, and then we use the Bone bolts for everything else, I feel like this should be good to get a fire cape. It's getting a little late, but I think tomorrow I'll send an attempt. Why not? Good morning, everybody. I had the skiller drop these 4,000 red Chinchampas over to the 807. And before we go for the fight caves today, I think we're going to train our range up a little bit more, see where we can get. We're about a quarter of the way through level 69, nice, and we'll see where we can end up. In case you don't know why these guys are so good, I believe I already came here before. I don't know how much I showed from the grind, but there's a ton of these spiders, and you can just clump them up and throw Chinchampas at them, and just look at that XP. I'm going to try and do as much one-tick flicking as possible so I can conserve prayer. And I'll put the XP per hour tracker right here. We'll see how much we start getting after a little bit. After my first trip down there, looks like we're getting over 100,000 XP an hour, which is pretty good. We got a full inventory full of stuff. We just run over here to this altar, bank, and then head back in. So that's the system until we're done with these 4,000 Chinchampas. There's also a mini quest that takes place down here. It's called a Search of Knowledge, and essentially what it is we just kill anything down here really has a chance to drop them, but we get these tattered temple pages. We need 4 of each. And as you can see, I'm already pretty close. Yeah, we might as well get this mini quest started. The reward is it gives us a 10,000 XP lamp that we can put into any skill over 40, so that's gonna go into Slayer. There's level 70 range. That is a huge range level. We unlocked so much stuff from it. I'm gonna have to go over here to show you. At level 70 range, we have access to the Web Weaver bow, the upgraded version of the crossbow. We have access to the Dragon Hunter crossbow, the Armadillo crossbow, and the Carol's crossbow. And this is the big one, the armor. We have access to Black Dragon Hide, God Dragon Hide, Armadillo, Carol's, other stuff. But the main stuff is like probably Carol's, Black Dragon Hide, and Blessed D Hide. That's pretty massive. There's the last page that we need for the mini quest. All 3 books are completed, so after this trip, we're gonna go turn it in. And here we go. To turn in this quest, we just have to give all of the books over. We got this 10,000 XP lamp, and that goes into Slayer. Doesn't quite get us a level, but pretty close to level 54 now. Big reason why I'm doing this grind right before the fight caves, the grubby keys. I'll put up a picture of like the loot you can get from these bad boys, but you can see that they're gonna be very beneficial for the fight caves. We already have a bunch in the bank from the last time we were here, but this is our first one from this grind. So it has come to my attention that I need to get my thieving level up, and this is because the grubby keys that I've been getting from the spiders, I actually can't open the grubby chest until I have, I believe, 57 thieving. There it is, yeah, 57 thieving in order to access the grubby chest. So I need to train thieving up to 57 before I can go for the fight caves on the 807. We're starting off at level 29 and a half thieving, and this is where we're gonna start this journey. The method is essentially going into this building right here on the east side of Hosidius, and we just run back and forth between these 2 fruit stalls. And technically it is faster to run back and forth between them rather than to just sit there and do the one. So this is how we're gonna get our level up. There's level 38 thieving. This is a pretty important level because we can now pickpocket master farmers. And that's gonna be a very important way to get seeds on this account when we decide we wanna start doing farm runs and stuff. And here we go, there's level 50 thieving. We can now pickpocket wealthy citizens, which is a new NPC that they have in Varlamore. And I think that I want to head over there and try those guys out because I think it should be a kind of AFK thieving method from what I've seen, but I don't know, I haven't tried it, so let's go find out. And here we are back in Varlamore. So we should head over here to the main city and there should be wealthy citizens that we can pickpocket. 96 XP per pickpocket. Okay, look at this. So my hands are not touching the mouse right now. Nothing, I'm hands off, AFK, and I just got a ton of XP there because I believe Leo, this little street urchin, he went up and distracted the wealthy citizen. This should happen like every 1.5 minutes or something, and then you get like 20 seconds of AFK thieving XP, which is pretty cool. That's one of the things that makes this method a little bit more chill. And we got this house key right here, and we can use this to get even more loot. So I just installed this plugin called House Thieving Varlamore, and it pretty much gives you a bunch of helpful little hints for doing all the Varlamore thieving. So I'm gonna do the actual house thieving for the first time. We got 8 house keys that we pickpocketed from the wealthy citizens. And let's use it to break into this house and take all of their stuff. So we just go to whatever house has the flashing arrow and the green highlighted door. And then we break in and we just steal everything. Stole from a couple houses. We still have some keys left, but I do have 114 valuables stacked up. And I believe this is the person that I can trade them to. I'll trade in 114 of them. That'll give me over 6,000 coins. And I thought it gave me an XP drop too, but I guess I was wrong. Oh, never mind. I saw in the wiki that you get 45 XP for each valuable, but I think that's 45 XP for stealing them from the houses, not from trading them in. So yeah, I like this method. We're gonna keep on doing it. And here's the last pickpocket. We are now level 57. This is the level we were going for the whole time. We can now picklock the door to the grubby chest in the Forthos dungeon. Yeah, let's go do that. Use all of our grubby keys, and then we can probably send a fire cape attempt. I almost said fire caves, and that is not what it's called. I don't know how much money I made from this, but I'll put up the before and after of when I first got here to start pickpocketing the wealthy citizens versus what it's at now. Reasonable chunk of money there. And we also got 47 house keys, which I'm not going to go through these right now. I'm probably going to come back eventually and I'll have the rogues outfit and we can get a lot more money out of these keys. But yeah, that's the before and after of the money we made. We're here in the Forthos dungeon, and this is going to be extremely dangerous because we had to run past these level 75 temple spiders on an account with only 10 hit points. I'm going to find out what their max hit is real quick because I don't know. Their max hit is 6. I brought a couple tunas with me. Oh, I'm going to let this bot go first. I'll let the bot tank all the spiders. It's the one thing they're good for. God, look at that. Perfect timing. All right, we can now picklock the door. There we go. And we can see what we get from the grubby chest. Don't need the tunas anymore. Good, good, good. A lot of potatoes. I think I'm honestly just gonna drop these. I don't think I need them. I'd rather stack everything else besides the potatoes. More potatoes. More potatoes. No brews or restores yet. This is kind of not what I wanted. There's some prayer potions. That's good. And let's go back for another trip. I think we have 6 more keys. Can't believe I didn't die there. Last key. I can't believe we just went through 11 keys and didn't get any brews or restores. whatever. The rest of the supplies we got, like the ranging potions and sharks and super defenses, those will probably come in handy, and we'll probably still be able to clutch this. I believe in myself. I think it's about time we trained some mining on this account. You know, it's only level 35. It's been a little bit neglected. So I think what I'm going to do is camp out here at Motherlode Mine, try to AFK it a little bit while the 807 goes for the fire cape attempt. There we go. There's level 70 defense. That's the level I was waiting for. We can now equip Barrow's armor. So eventually we're going to go into Barrow's and start doing that. But that is probably the last level I was waiting for before we start going for the fire cape. So let's send an attempt now. So this is my first time ever going for like a super low combat fire cape. The inventory is not looking amazing. This is all the prayer potions that we have. Our food is sharks, no brews. We're gonna have to one tick flick essentially the whole fight caves. So we'll see how it goes. The one thing that's gonna make this easier is we have the spawn predictor plugin, and this will pretty much show us where the next wave of monsters are gonna spawn, which should make it a lot easier to kind of deal with the waves. So I guess we're just gonna go for it and see how it goes. 36 mining on the skiller, pretty cool. And we go in. And this guy right here is the second of the double meleers, which means that we are starting with the mage waves now. We're about halfway through the fight caves, so it took us almost 40 minutes to get halfway done, and the second half's gonna be way more intense than the first half. Every food I've eaten so far has been because I missed a prayer flick from just not paying attention that much. I gotta lock in. Oh my god, that was terrifying. I think I need a break from this. So I'm just gonna log off right here. There we go. And I will come back to this after I eat some lunch, because I think I need to get my head in the game a little bit more. All right, I'm back. I know that we left off on a one major and one meleer wave. So I pretty much got to pray mage and then run into a safe spot. So let's get this going. It should start me off in the middle of the fight caves. There we go. Okay, we're here at wave 52, and the next wave is going to be all three, the meleer, the major, and the ranger. So this is where it's going to be really hard for me. So I'm going to start by drinking a super defense and a super, or not a super, just a ranging potion, and hopefully that'll help us out a lot. We need to kill the ranger first, and we also need to be praying mage the whole time, because the mages will kill us, but the rangers are going to like do a bunch of damage, so we just got to be careful. I think we can off-tick these guys. Yeah, we just got to kind of out-DPS them like that. All right, everybody. Next wave is wave 60, and it is the hardest wave in the fight caves. I can confidently say that if I can make it past this next wave, then I'll make it to Jad. And we got a good spawn, I think. I think that's a good enough spawn. This meleer is actually might not. Oh my god, hold on. What do I do? Okay, I think we're safe. I think we did it. That was a little scuffed, but it doesn't matter. That was terrifying. We're about to fight Jad. We got one dose of prayer potion, and we got one shark. Let's see how this goes. Go, baby. We got it. A master and an elite combat task. 2 hour and 40 minute fight caves. 2 hour and 40 minutes. But we got our freaking fire cave, dude. You love to see it. One and done. It couldn't have been any closer because we didn't have any prayer potions left to our name. But there we go. Fire cave done on the 807. These were the stats. Combat level 84. No bruise. You love to see it. And with that achievement done, we're going to call it for today. Thank you very much for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. The best way to support me is by just liking the videos or leaving a comment, so I'd appreciate either of those. Also, a shout out to all the channel members. In the Dune Legends tier, we have Ia, Musha, Hybrid Chills, and Spacehawk. A massive thanks to all of you. In the Dune Lords tier, we have Icarus, Jacob P, Humorbot, Matthew Carroll, Ian Willis, Josh Funderburg, Vitamin, and Kai. And in the Dune Lads tier, we have Weirdo, The Corf, Lunar Forte, and Sir Huckleberry. A huge thanks to all of you guys, and if you want to find out more about channel memberships, click the join button down below next to the subscribe button. Thank you all, and see you next time.